B. Orc, old and grizzled veteran of a dozen wars and hundreds of raids. Sit down at a local human tavern. Call for a waitress in a guttural, harsh Orcish tongue. Demand to be served. She nervously hands me the menu. Can't read. Rip it to shreds and order ham hock, served over a red-eye mushroom gravy. Rose-cut roasted russet potatoes, with scallions, garlic, and onion-sautéed peas, and a side order of pistachio biscotti. Wait for a good spell. Become impatient. Waitress finally arrives with the food. Cut through the ham hock, juices still in the center of the meat, not rested, rubbery texture. Gravy tastes like plaster. It's just cornstarch, water, and oil. Try the potatoes. Not russets, but red-skinned potatoes. Waxy as fuck. No subtle sweetness. They didn't even use scallions, but raw green onions. Flavor overwhelms everything. Urge to kill and pillage rising. Try the peas. They were adequate. Calm down a bit. Bite into biscotti to finish this awful meal. Almonds in my biscotti. Go berserk, flip table, and burned down the tavern. Rate it 1 axe out of 5. The taste of the foul ham hock and green onions still lingers in my jowls. Go to the local dwarf cafe to wash the taste away. Knock the door off its hinges. Invoke ancient challenge to the blood enemies of orcdom. Serve me the finest drinks and sundries to soothe my weary palate, lest you dishonor your forefathers and forfeit your beards in shame. I throw my battle axe at their feet. All the dwarves take notice. The owner of the cafe steps forward and accepts my challenge by throwing his hammer at my feet as per tradition. A dwarven maiden cautiously guides me to their special seat and table in a private dining room, stonework wrought in iron and brass. The maid brings me a selection of drinks, a brew of blackest oil, their craft stout, and elderberry wine, along with a plate of fresh, buttery croissants. I grab the dwarven maid by her throat. You dare serve me red wine with coffee? By the blood of Rugarth the Indomitable, what's next? Pair red wine with fish? I should cut off your head where you stand for such treachery. The cafe owner places his firm grip on my arm and politely tells me to refrain my onslaught until I have tried their dwarven concoctions in their specific order. Oh, this is rich. Their skulls will decorate my pike by sundown. I sip the coffee, dark, rich, with a plethora of different bitter and earthen nodes assaulting my taste buds. Quite nice. Then I tasted the wine. My eyes widened. The different nodes of earth and bitterness danced alongside the wine's merry melody of zest, sweetness, tannin dryness, tart and fruity body, each different node of flavor and taste perfectly accentuating the other. I carefully savored each node and taste before washing it all down with the strong dwarven stout. Next came the croissants. As I bit into the pastry, I cannot help but notice 40. No, 50. Wrong again, 88 individual layers of buttery and flaky texture. Not expecting such delicate gentleness from the dwarf's obviously calloused and clubbed hands. I finished the food and beverages brought before me. The cafe was dead silent, awaiting my judgment. Without a word, I stand up and walk towards my axe that is jutting out of the splintered wooden floor planks, picking it up and leaving the establishment in peace. Any dwarf that can make wine and coffee go together deserves to live. The croissant was mediocre, though. Thirst is quenched, but my stomach yearns for a heartier affair. Head west to the local and small pizzeria shack. Heard a trollkin is chef there. Burst into the entrance. Nose is bombarded by halitosis, body and feet odors, pungent garlic and moldy grime. Greet the troll chef with a hearty haymaker to the jawline and a few coins and teeth. The troll returns the hospitality with a good uppercut, What a swell guy. Politely ask for the house special, and he obliges. Within minutes, the troll brought out a gangrene mushroom and foot cheese pizza, made with troll blood paste and topped with boar bacon and alligator strips. Nobody here appreciates good troll cuisine like an orc can. The troll blood paste was sharp, sweet, with the right mix of zest and subtle hint of iron and blood. The foot cheese was absolutely divine, nutty, salty, poignant, and very, very rich. It demanded careful and slow attention, to savor every note of flavor as it gradually sieves through all the 5 taste sensations, from bittersweet to creamy savoriness. The gangrene mushroom had an excellent meaty texture. The troll chef boasts that he dried the mushroom for 40 days to concentrate and intensify their sharp, bitter savoriness, accentuating well with the smoky bacon and subtle alligator meat flavors. Perfectly proportioned and well balanced. But the crust was stale, dry, and hard. Absolutely inexcusable. I grabbed the troll by the throat and threw him into the kitchen, lunging at him as his misshapen lump of a body hits the hanging pots and pans, immediately dismembering his left arm with my battle axe. You dare serve me unworthy crust? What do you take me for? A fool? What is this crust made of? Ringwort millet. Please have mercy. I had to cut corn. As he writhes in pain. No excuses. The crust is the foundation of the entire dish. No crust. It just becomes a shitty casserole. Do you serve pizza or casserole, troll? Answer me. Pizza. Speak louder. The foul taste of your crust has made me hard of hearing. Pizza. Good. Good. For now on, trollkin, bake your pizza dough out of the freshest evergreen or staunch mountain wheat, so this grave mistake does not repeat itself, or the next limb I dismember is your head. Swear to me, troll. Yes, I swear. Good. I've rated your establishment 2 axes out of 5, and here's a generous 35% tip for the excellent service. Farewell, and I pray our next visit ends in more favorable terms. Fucking ringwort millet. Really? That stuff isn't even fit for slaves. After a good afternoon of wholesome pillaging and warring across some piss-poor human kingdom with my warband, work up an enormous appetite. The only place in town that seems to serve enough quantities of meats to sate an orcish hunger is an elven pub and steakhouse. Fucking knife ears, I'm going to regret this. As I slowly enter the eating establishment, the minstrel stops playing his, I can only guess the happy orc murdering songs. And all the patrons and servers turn their heads towards my direction. Their gazes were sharper than their ears. Some were brandishing their bows and arrows. I walked confidently to an empty seat. All the patrons aloofly and silently parted my way, isolating me at one table, dagger-like eyes still probing my orcish features. Fucking knife ears. I beckoned an elven wench to serve me. He hastily dropped a glass of iced river water with a little bit of mint and lemon wedge, and a menu without so much as eye contact or a friendly greeting. I noticed it was a kid's menu. Nice big pictures, no words. I made my order, owlbear tartare with raw basilisk egg yolk and tartar sauce on the side for appetizer. Medium rare, dry-aged minotaur calf porterhouse steak with caramelized shallots, rare pancetta, and salad with a Wendigo wild wine saffron vinaigrette, paired with a 200-year-old slow-aged Maquis berry wine. I could almost hear the elven head chef choke on his tongue when he heard my order. He better not fucking screw up on my steak, burn my shallots, or ruin my wine saffron vinaigrette with malt vinegar. I swear to Morgoth I will burn this place down and salt
the earth for miles around, so nothing grows and nothing can be cooked. The elves all dot about whispering in their strange tongues, probably insulting me as I wait for my meal. I wish I could run the heft of my axe through every one of these backstabbing, effeminate bastards, but that will ruin the atmosphere for this meal. The elf finally brings forth my food and drink after an eternity of waiting. The tartare was smooth and had a nice buttery richness. The chef must have added kidneys to it. Clever. It paired well with the slight fishy amphibian taste of the basilisk egg yolk, accentuating well with the tartar sauce. Next came the steak. The meat fell effortlessly off the bone, and it was well marbled with creamy rich fat, so tender that every piece melted in my mouth. The shallots were cooked just right, not burnt or too raw, providing a nice mild sweetness to complement the savory experience. The pancetta and baked beans were nothing spectacular. They were fresh and adequate, not those salted and jarred kinds. And then to the salad. Asparagus was mildly bitter and earthy, paired very nicely with the mild, sweet, peppery, and crispness of the sliced dryad roots. Love the contrast, although the vinaigrette, in my opinion, was too sharp a citrus and tarty zing. Almost overwhelmed the flavor of the entire dish. Almost. Could do with a teaspoon less wine and a pinch more saffron. But overall, the meal was quite nice. The maquis berry wine had a very heavy body for a wine. Almost tasted like a dwarven stout in some aspects. Mild sweetness, sharp tartness, and extremely dry, creating a good contrast with the salad. I finished my meal and was about to head off. Then I was stopped by a burly elven fellow with a cigar.
Oi, mate, you forgot to pay for your meal.
Being alive is payment enough, knife ear. Step aside, or tonight bathes in the blood of your kin.
No, you daft bastard. You don't understand. Nobody leaves this here pub without paying. Not even some pig-faced greenskin who thinks he's the be-all end-all of fine dining.
I brush aside such empty profanity, but my patience wanes. Move, or I'll... The elven prick lends a cheap shot in my eye. I stagger back a little. I pounce on him in retaliation as the brawl breaks out. Arrows guided by drunken eyes were flying in every direction. 3 or 4 of the elusive bastards were all over me. We fought all day and night. Elves were smashed across the floorboard, elves were hanging from the ceiling, and elves were passed out in their own vomit by the windows. Beaten and battered, the burly elf approaches me, one eye bruised and blackened shut, as I lay atop a pile of broken elven bodies, tired from the whole humbug.
So, how many axes does this place get you, barbaric green-skinned savage?
Spitting out a tooth. 4 axes, you knife-eared son of a bitch. Would have been 3, but the brawl was a nice attraction. We shook hands and parted ways. For an elf, he wasn't half bad company.
Thanks for tuning in to another tale as told by Cloak and Dagger Narrations. If you enjoyed the story, please feel free to show it with a like or a comment, and throw a subscription my way to hear more. Or, if you'd like to help support the channel and keep these stories going, you can consider flinging money wildly in the direction of my Patreon. Or, check the paypal.me link for a one-time money-flinging opportunity. If you want something in return for your money flinging, apart from the sultry sounds of my voice, there's a Teespring link down in the description. Wear the logo and send more people here to join you in money flinging. Or, you can check the DriveThru RPG affiliate link to pick up some rulebooks and start making stories of your own. Thank you.